Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things. And today I'm going to do a tag video. I feel like there's always so many tags going around and I get so overwhelmed by how many there are and I cannot keep up with them all. But this one seemed really fun to me because it made me have the ability to go through my entire collection and pick out a bunch of makeup to talk about today. So this is the A to Z tag, which was created by Jen Phelps. I really like Jen's channel. She has a lot of really good dupes on her channel. If you are looking for a lot of dupes for some more high-end makeup, I will definitely link Jen's channel down below along with her video. And I was tagged by Karen Harris to do this tag, where you pick a brand for each letter of the alphabet and talk about your favorite product from each brand. Some of the letters of the alphabet I had to get a little creative with. But if you guys are interested in seeing me do the A to Z makeup tag, then keep on watching. Let's go. There were quite a few letters of the alphabet where I had to narrow down which brand I even wanted to talk about for that letter. So let's start with A, and for A, I have the Almay Lip Vibe lipsticks. These are my favorite drugstore lipsticks. I absolutely love the formula of these. I think they're so easy to wear. I have the shades Skip the Gym, which is more of like a shiny kind of topper shade. And then I have Go Wild, which was one of my most used shades. And then one of my most fun lipsticks I even own in general is Live Happy, and it's like a pretty coral shade. These are just so easy to wear. I always have them out on display because they're such pretty little lipsticks. I keep them right there in the background of all my videos, but I love that each individualized shade has like their own packaging. It's just cute. Almay is not the world's most exciting brand, so I like that they have something cute like this. For B, I decided to go with BH Cosmetics, and it is the bronzer I'm wearing today. This is their Brilliance bronzer. I have this in the shade Golden Gout. It is a satin finish bronzer, which means it's not shimmery, it's not matte, it's right in between. It gives you a nice kind of healthy looking glow. It's about, I think this bronzer costs $10, so it's a really affordable price. I was very in between choosing this or their brushes, but I feel like sometimes with the BH brushes, while they are really good quality, you always wind up having to buy a brush set, and for me, sometimes the brushes in a brush set, I don't use them all. So I decided to pick something that I feel like you really get a good bang for your buck. And also BH Cosmetics always has sales. Like, don't pay full price for their products ever. But I just really like this bronzer. It is one of my all-time favorite drugstore bronzers, so I had to mention this for B. For C, I decided to go with Catrice, and I decided to pick their Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. This is my all-time favorite dewy spray. So without being shaken, it looks like this. Then you shake it up and it gets like that. I hope you can tell the swirls. I don't tend to use this spray during the summer months because I already have enough moisture on my body. But in the winter, this is one of my favorite sprays to help give my skin a nice dewy glow. However, it does not make my skin oily. There are a lot of, and I'm not an oily person, but there are a lot of dewy sprays that just make my face look oily, whereas this one just makes it look very glowy and dewy, which is, there's a very fine difference between the two, and this one to me does what I want it to do. For the letter D, also, you're gonna notice there's like a lot of foundation and lip products in this video because those are kind of my two favorite categories of makeup, honestly. For D, I went with Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. I do have the shades Nude Mood and Lazy Daisy. This is a very comfortable liquid lipstick formula. I've heard great things about their glosses too. I've never tried them out, but I will have to say that the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks are just fantastic. All right, for E, I had to pick e.l.f. and I feel like e.l.f. was one of those brands where it's like, how do you choose one? But I decided to go with their new lipstick formula, and I have this in the shade Orange Crush. This is their Sheer Slick lipstick, and this to me is just like the perfect summertime lipstick. I can't get enough of this. It's been very hard not to buy more shades, but practicing self-control. It's super lightweight, it's easy to wear, it's everything I wanted it to be and more. e.l.f. already has great prices. Their quality is just stepping up the game. I mean, even like the packaging of this, just doesn't it make you feel like summer? Like, I could probably show you, like, it's this like very bright looking color, but when you put it on, it's just got this sheer look. It just looks like popsicle lips. Is that a thing? Kind of gives you popsicle lips. I love it. All right, for F, I went with Fenty, and very similarly to e.l.f., I had to pick their sheer lipstick. Theirs are called the Slip Shine lipstick. I have this in Nude Rose. This was in my last month's favorite videos. This is very similar to e.l.f. Like if you're looking for a dupe for the Fenty lipsticks, turn to e.l.f. Now I don't think e.l.f. has as many shades available as Fenty does. However, I do know they added 2 new shades recently, probably because of the popularity of the line. They're a very similar formula and I really like both, but this has just been like my favorite type of formula lately. Like it's so easy to put on. Like you don't need a mirror. Like that's my jam. Like if I can just touch up and not have to like make sure I'm not like going outside the lines, like it's a good day. So that was this choice. G was a hard letter for me. I had to really like search for a brand that was with G. So I wound up going with Glam Glow. Now Glam Glow is not an all-time favorite brand for me, but I have used this product a couple times and it's pretty good. It's their Glam Glow Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer. I have this in Nude Glow. I think this is the second one of these I've used. I do have this primer on today. It's a very glowy primer. It's a little bit more liquidy than like say a backlight primer from Becca, but it gives a very similar effect where it just adds like a little luminescence to the skin. It has like an orangesicle scent. Is that what it's called? Orangesicle? So yeah, it's fine. Like I said, it's not an all-time favorite brand. It's good. I like it. I don't think it's one I personally want to go out and purchase, but when it comes to letter G's, I was really reaching and I figured I'd talk about this one. For the letter H, I decided to go with Huda Beauty, and I decided I wanted to talk about her Obsessions palette. Now, I know that the formula of these can be hit and miss depending on the collection. However, I think I have a bunch of really good ones here. I do have Mauve Obsessions, Topaz Obsessions, Smoky Obsessions, and Coral Obsessions. If I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be Smoky. I feel like this one has a lot of really easy to use eye looks. I like how compact these are. Like these are 9-pan palettes, and I mean they're significantly smaller than say like the ColourPop 9-pan palettes, so I like how compact they are. I think they're a little bit overpriced for how small they are, but I do know that Huda is more of a pricey brand. I think these are really nice. If I was going to buy another one, I kind of like the nude line she came out with. Like I'd probably either get the light or the medium one from that line if I was gonna get another one. Okay, the next letter is I, and I decided to go with IT Cosmetics. And my favorite product from IT Cosmetics has got to be the Bye Bye Foundation Full Cover Moisturizer. This was a huge surprise to me. Like, I got the shade Fair in an Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, and I did an add-on for the shade Medium, so I had a couple shades to work with. And I thought I was going to just like, think nothing of it, because I'm not crazy about the CC cream, but wow, I love this Bye Bye foundation. I don't know what to call it. It's not a foundation, but it kind of is. It's just great. It just gives like a very good coverage. I'm a huge fan of it. I feel like you can see, like, especially on the medium one, I've used it a lot more than the Fair. No, I've used the Fair more than the medium. I've made pretty good progress in these. Like, this is a product I would probably repurchase. I do know that occasionally, like, it'll be included in like a 21 Days of Beauty sale, so I'd probably wait till then because it's a little bit more pricey, but hands down, I would repurchase. All right, for J, I decided to go with J-Cat, and I was like, how can I not use the J-Cat Aquasurance Powder Foundation when I literally own it in 3 different shades? I have Porcelain, Ivory, and Natural. This is my go-to when I put on a foundation and I do not like the way it looks. I put this over top and it literally is the product that saves the day. And if you want to have a lot of fun, putting this on with the Catrice spray over top creates magic, let me tell you. Okay, the next letter is K, and K was a little bit of a tricky one too, so I decided to go with Kaja. I've only technically tried 2 products from Kaja, a Bento Eye Trio and a Bento Blush Duo, and of the 2, I'm pretty sure I want to say that I like the blush better. I know that it's $18 for 2 of the tiniest little cream blushes, but I don't go through blushes very quickly, and it's nice to get 2 for $18, whereas some brands you're paying $18 for 1 shade. So I have this in the shade Juicy Watermelon. Like, this is a very nice everyday neutral blush, but this one down here is very unique to my collection. It really does give you these really nice, like, juicy red cheeks like you just got out of the sun. Like, I think it's a really nice product. It does stay a little tacky compared to other cream blush formulas, but I do like it. I think it's a good product. All right, for L, had to go with L'Oreal. It's the foundation I'm wearing today, the Fresh Wear. So I have this in 2 shades. I have this in 400 and 430. I've already gone through a full bottle of of 4:30. This is like if I need my makeup to last all day, any time of the year, like not just summer, not just winter, like any time of the year, any time of day, this is my go-to foundation. It is so resilient, I feel like is the word I'm looking for. It just, it is perfection. Like there was a long time where like L'Oreal Pro Glow was my go-to. This totally overshined that product. Like this did what I needed a foundation to do. It is just the best, not to be dramatic. For M, I feel like there are so many brands that start with M, but I decided to go with MAC, and it's the blush I'm wearing today. I wanted to go with the Glow Play blush because it is so unique to my collection. It's so easy and effortless to use. All I do is I dab my little sponge in there and I tap it on my cheeks, and it just works. Like you can't go overboard. It just looks so natural on the skin. It's so easy to use. I do have this in the shade So Natural. Like this is one of those things where it's like, control yourself. You don't need to buy more shades. You should be totally fine with just one shade of it, but it's just very unique to my collection. I like it a lot more than the Bronze Blur formula from Bare Minerals, which is very similar, but I feel like this formula performs a little better than that one. For N, I decided to go with NARS, and this again was an easy one for me. The NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This foundation is just, it is expensive, but it is really good. And I don't like spending a lot of money on foundation, so this one hurts a little because this one's almost $50, but like even the other day when I was making this list, I was like, let me put on the NARS foundation and see if like it really is as good as I remember it being. And I just put it on my skin, and my skin looked flawless. Like flawless, luminous, radiant, perfect. It's higher coverage, so if you don't like higher coverage, I don't think you'd like this, but wow. This one just always looks so good. Like I forget about it and then I put it on and I'm like, why did I not use you in so long? It's so good. Okay, for O, I decided to pick Ofra, and I feel like it was hard to pick like a favorite product from Ofra, but I was like, you know what? I love their longwear lipsticks. I have 3 full sizes. I have 6 minis. It's a really, really good formula. And I was like, you know what? For the video, I should pick a favorite because I have a lot of shades here. And I think if I was going to pick one shade that is my favorite, it's Manila. Manila is just like the perfect nude for me. I am a very pale person, so I'm very picky about my nudes. And I just feel like this is just a great nude shade for me personally. I have the shades Story, I have Pasadena. Like I like all the shades I have. I have Aspen, I have Portland, I have Unzipped, I have Tuscany, I have Sedona, and I have Palo Alto. I think the one thing I really do want from Ofra's liquid lipstick line is I think I want to try Atlantic City. I've heard people say like that's their favorite red liquid lipstick. So that's like on my to get list still. But yeah, I just love their liquid lipstick formula. It's fantastic. It's really good. Okay, the next letter is P, and that was also another letter where I had to really pick a brand, and I decided to go with Persona, and I am just going to say Persona lip products. I own 3 of them. Today I am wearing Flamingo. Like, I don't wear a lot of pink lipsticks, but I feel like this is like a really, really good pink lipstick. I also have their shade OG. However, I didn't want to exclude their lip glosses because this is one of my favorite lip gloss formulas. So I just decided to say in general, the lip products from Persona. I am dying to try the Identity 1 palette, but I know they're repackaging it and I'm just waiting patiently for the repackaging to come out so I can actually finally try it, but this is some good stuff here, let me tell you. Guys, I'm gonna have to cheat and skip Q. I know Jen said Q-tips in hers because it was really hard. Like I do use Q-tips if we want to put Q-tips in here, but I even like looked in my collection to see if I had anything with like the letter Q in it, and the closest I had was like a couple lipsticks from Lipstick Queen, but like I don't really like them very much, so I didn't want to just throw them in here. So we're jumping to R, and for R I decided to go with Revlon, and for Revlon I wanted to talk about the Candid Concealer. This is the creamiest concealer I've ever used in my life. It is such a easy to use formula, and it has like a really, really good doe foot. Like something about this doe foot is very unique. This has got to be one of my all-time favorite concealers. Super easy to use, super easy to wear. Totally recommend it. For the letter S, I decided to go with Smashbox, and I'm going to talk about the Smashbox Cali Contour palette. I held out on this one for a long time until I could get it on sale, but it is hands down my all-time favorite face palette. The contour and the bronzer and the blush work flawlessly. This is really great for touching up any like flaws you may have. My least favorite part is the highlighters, but they're a little dark for my skin tone and that's why. But it's so good. It's really a sturdy compact, so it travels well because like it's pretty sturdy all around, so it's just such a good product. For tea, I had to go with Thrive Cosmetics and talk about the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. Ooh, this is like, when I have this mascara open, I don't want to use other mascaras because it just works so well. It's so easy to use. It really does last all day. I don't have to worry about flaking, which I feel like with every other mascara in the world I get. So this is just an all-time fave forever, probably. For you, I went with Oma Beauty, and I wanted to talk about the Stay Woke Concealer. This is like one of my most recent finds, most recent favorites. It is the concealer I'm wearing today, and it is one of the only concealers I have found that I do not need to set with powder, and that has been like life-changing for sure. I absolutely love this. I will repurchase it. I probably will buy it a lighter shade come the winter months. I'm a huge fan of this. For V, I decided to go with Violet Voss, and I love their HG palette. This is just, I feel like, this was in my top neutral eyeshadow palettes. I feel like this is great for beginners because it has a lot of shadows, but it has a lot of shadows to work with if you have a small collection, especially because you have your like more like warm tones over here, you have your more like purpley tones over here, just like neutral tones up here. I feel like it's a really diverse neutral palette and it's really easy to work with. It's a really good formula. I'm a big fan. For W, I decided to go with Wander Beauty. I really do like Wander Beauty, but I decided to choose the Nude Illusion Foundation. I do have this in the shades Fair and Fair Light. I love this foundation. It's not really something I wear in the summer months so much, but I really enjoy wearing it, especially in the winter. It gives you this like, I don't know if Nude Illusion is how I want to describe it, but it's like a really nice, dewy, healthy looking foundation for sure. Next we have X, and I don't know or own any brands with the letter X, so I tried to see if I had any products that had the letter X in it, and this AOA Studio Sculptor FX Contour Stick does. This is a $1 contour stick that I got at Shop Miss A. It's pretty good. I mean, for $1, I think it does the job really well. I'm not sure about all the shades. I have the shade Fawn, which is really nice for a very pale person looking to contour their skin, but I did not have anything with X, so FX it is. Y was a hard one. So like there's YSL, and I have only tried maybe 2 products from YSL, so I thought I'd talk about this mascara. This is the Shock mascara from YSL. It is pricey. I don't necessarily think it's worth the price, but I do think it is a good performing mascara, and like if I can get it for free from Sephora, I will. But that's about as much as I can say about the letter Y. And Z. Z was a little tricky. I do have some products from Zoeva, but none of them I really like. There are products from Zoeva that I hear are great. I just don't own them. So I found this in my collection. This is the brand Zuri. And this is their Flawless Shaping and Strobing Face Contouring and Highlighting Kit. This was $1 at Shop Miss A also. So for $1, this is a pretty decent contour palette. You have a bronzer, you have a contour. This is a setting powder. This is a setting powder that has a little shimmer in it. Not my favorite part of it, but for $1 to get a contour and a bronzer that are pretty decent, I mean, that's as creative as I could get with the letter Z. And yeah, that was everything for this A to Z tag. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to do it in the comments too, feel free if you want to type out 26 different products. Make sure also to check out Jen's channel if you haven't subscribed to her yet. And yeah, that is it for this video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys!